Hey everyone, this is Wade from fishfindermounts.com, and we at long last have our awesome, amazing finished product, finished pontoon rail clamp. Really sweet. All hard aluminum, hard anodized, machined aluminum. This is a real deal, man. This is not plastic or anything. It is crazy good. Take our tape measure so you guys can see the dimensions of this quickly. It's 4 inches wide here. This is 3 inches high, and it will accept different various rail channel or rails, square box channel rails for your pontoon. The most typical that we've run across is, what was it, Al? 7/8?
The 1 inch.
1 inch, sorry, 1 inch rail. That's what most pontoons out there have. But this will accept up to, was it 1.25 inches?
Inch and a half.
1.5 inches. So this will go from 1 inch opening here. You can see it's all adjustable, and it'll go right up to 1.5 inches. So you got a lot of variation there. So it should cover whatever pontoon boat that you have here. And I'm just going to take this guy here, and you can just kind of put it over top. When you get it, we're going to probably have it assembled like this for you, and you can just see everything closes nice, just like you see there, grabbing a hold. And then of course we'll have the Allen key here, or the hex wrench. We'll include it in the kit for you so you can tighten everything up nice and perfectly there. By the way, mention here, we got a little set screw here, a little distancing screw. We just did that for cosmetics sake, because when you clamp everything down together, we kind of want the square to remain. We don't want things to bind. We want to keep them so that everything looks fairly square there. So sort of a cosmetic little feature we added at the end here that we really like, actually. Now the other thing I want to mention to you guys too is this side here. You can see, why is this open here, Wade? Why is there no screws going through here? Well, most of the pontoon boats, new pontoon boats, they have your guardrail running around the entire party, deck boat, pontoon boat, whatever, around there, and the rail incorporates actually a wall. There's a wall, thin piece of, like tin or whatever, painted tin wall there going around, like bound together by all these channels, right? So this would be, when you don't have screws, now you can put the screws through. We don't have them through this one for some reason, but we'll also give you a couple more of these screws, so if you don't have a wall, you can have, you can see the screw, the studs coming here, and you could have 2 screws going in this way too, so that it completely closes around, if you will. But it's really not necessary, guys. We've tried this thing on like open rail, like you just see here, without a wall there, and just that alone is more than strong enough. But if you want, you can add the 2 extra screws. You'll be able to do that if you don't have a wall in the way. If you have a wall in the way, that's the great thing. This is taking into consideration, there's your wall, right? So if this is pretend, of course your pontoon walls are very thin. This is way thicker than that. I'll make a video about this part next. But your walls there now, you don't have to screw into your wall, screw holes through it. And so if you're renting pontoon boats, a lot of guys call us, a lot of our customers call us. They're renting a cabin with a pontoon boat there, or what have you, and this is going to enable you to put it on rental pontoon boats, because of course it doesn't damage your pontoon wall or anything like that. So that's what this thing looks like. Fantastic. It will be on our accessories page, likely fishfindermounts.com, www.fishfindermounts.com, just like you see up here, fishfindermounts.com. And you can call us toll free, 1-855-784-3474. But it'll be on the accessories page. We'll probably have it on the boat mounts page, so on and so forth. Now, you can put all sorts of different accessories on this rail clamp. So this is a clamp unto itself, but the key to this is, you're going to want to put rod holders maybe. You're going to want to put our fish finder mount products on there, and that's what we primarily developed this for. But sky's the limit, guys. You can do all sorts of things with this guy. So I'm going to show you a couple of examples. We are going to have, so this is actually our Gen 2, our transducer clamp and pull arm mount. This is an example of it. The pull goes in here. That pull would be this one here. Okay, so you can see right here, see it there. This is the pole it would typically have in what we have now on our website. But we are also going to make this version available for you pontoon guys. So you won't have this style of clamp here. You'll have your pontoon rail clamp, which is the optimal device to mount onto the rails of a pontoon boat there, guys. Is that's what you pontoon guys want now. This is an amazing thing. Now, Al and I were talking about this earlier. The question is how much space, because on your pontoon boat, let's say this was the deck of your pontoon. Your rail might be like here. You might have a little bit of a lip on your deck sticking out from the bottom of the rail. Just pretend. So you might have a bit to clear. Maybe it's a 1 or 2 inch lip. Now this guy here, we have what we call a Gentoon Gen 3 product offering right now. And what's going on here is this guy here, from this point here, the camera looks carefully to the, I call it the inside edge of the pole here, is about 3 inches, guys. You got about 3 inches of space from your pontoon rail to this pole, okay? 3 inches. So that's how much clearance you're going to have with this. If your deck lip is longer than 3 inches, you're going to need to go with our pole and beam mount type system, which we have right here. So there you see it having it on the pole there. And of course our beam would be coming out of here. We don't have it here right now, unfortunately, but you would have your beam in here. Look up our pole on fishfindermounts.com, live sonar mounts category under shop, live sonar mounts. You'll see what our pole and beam mount kits look like there. But essentially there's a shaft that comes out. It's 5 or 10 inch. You can bring it way out. So you'll be able to get past the lip of the deck, the lip of your pontoon boat if it's more than that. However, we are going to be offering a Gen 3 version of, so Gen 2 is here. It's got a 3/4 inch pole. Our Gen 3 is here, and it has a 1 inch pole, and the poles are segmented. I don't have a, this is another pole, by the way, guys. This is very, very cool stuff that's coming out. There's a lot going on here, guys, so you might have to watch this video a couple times to really take it all in. I've been fiddling around, and we're going to do a bunch of videos, so I don't have all the stuff. But this pole here, you can wind these poles together like a pool cue. So we can wind this guy together, as you can see right now. It's all together, and you can just wind it all down. So you can keep extending your pole. We have 6, 12, and 20 inch links on our live sonar web page there. So you could have 3 20 inches to make 60 inches. You can do all sorts of things, cool things. But this is the Gen 3, and I'm going to the short of the long, so the long of the short. But the short of the long here is that this distance, if you need a little bit longer and you want the more basic mount without all the fancy pole receiver block and the beam coming out and all that, that would be this guy here. It is about 4 inches, by the way. Here, let's do it this way. 4 inches, guys, to the inside edge of this pole. 4 inches clearance, okay? So if you need a little more than 3, you'd have to go with the basic one there. Or again, if you need more than whatever, the pole and beam system will definitely take care of clearing that deck lip on your pontoon boat. And then I just wanted to show you guys, we have this really cool little pole for Gen 3 stuff. It looks just awesome. You put it on top, so if you loosen this guy off, well, it's not going to fall out, right? It's going to get stopped up against that, and it looks wicked awesome too. That is from fishfindermounts.com. So there you have it, guys. That is the fishfindermounts.com variable. It's called flexible variable pontoon rail clamp. It's not going to damage your wall. You don't have to drill holes through your wall. We've seen some there. We were looking at some different pontoon boats where they had some other competitors' products, plastic, and they'd actually drilled right through their pontoon wall to get the screws on the bottom through as well. And so that's not necessary. We're going to make you a really nice, hard, anodized aluminum machine clamp, super high quality, and we'll just take care of the problem the way it should have been, and that's fishfindermounts.com. We are making all fish finders portable. So there you have it. There you have there you have the clamp with the Gen 3 pole arm mount. This is the clamp. We're still selling this to the Gen 2 version, and as I was going to say, did I say it in the video there, Al? I talked about, in the beginning, you would have to buy this clamp. So if you were a pontoon guy, you'd be buying a C clamp or a G clamp, if you want to call it that. You see it's sort of from the form of a G. You'd put this on the vertical edge of a boat. We did sell it to guys with pontoon mounts or pontoon boats, but this is farce. This is superior, guys. If you got a pontoon boat, make sure you look for the pontoon transducer pole arm mount. Okay, that's what it's probably going to be called on our website here. We'll have it up there for you probably by the time this video is coming out and you're looking at it. There should be a purchase link down below the video in the descriptive area. Yeah, one other thing I should say, guys, is that there's all these tapped holes here. These are going to interface with, as you see here, you can see the pull and beam mount kit screwed down right onto there. We've tested this too. Just two screw holes is, 2 screws in there. It's super strong. You don't have, that's enough. That's all you need for a good hard mount. You're going to be able to put this 5 amp hour quick release base on there. Right, these 2 holes right here. Line up with these 2 holes. Screw it down. If you want to put one of our battery box screen mounts right on your pontoon deck rail, maybe where you're sitting there with your captain's seat chair, you got your steering wheel, you want a fish finder mount, you want the battery right there. Again, maybe you're renting these pontoon boats. Maybe you just want your power source close to your fish finder so you don't have to run cables all throughout your pontoon boat. It's all right there. Here you go. You got your 5 amp hour battery box here, and it's and like I was saying, it can be clamped right on to your gunwale edge, and boom, you've got your power source. If you look at our other mounts, they've got a swivel plate up here with a you can put your screen on there, and now everything's right there. Nice and portable, easy to take off, easy to put on, super secure, and just super flexible. So this is Wade from fishfindermounts.com. Thanks for watching, everyone.